This is Miles Away 1, and this is story time. So, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump right into it. So, way back then, back in my college days, I used to work at Home Depot. Everybody knows what Home Depot is, so I was a lot loader. If you don't know what a lot loader is, pretty much we just put like bags of concrete and heavy appliances in people's cars for them. So, pretty much, the other thing is pretty much we would put like shopping carts up too. So, basically, it was just minimal stuff. It wasn't anything too important. But anyways, so quick side note on that is pretty much I hate people who do not put their shopping carts up. I mean, I don't work at a Home Depot anymore, but at the time, our Home Depot was all downhill, so, you leave a cart in one spot, and it would roll down the hill, and our parking lot was freaking massive, so it would go all the way down the hill, and just roll off onto the freaking highway, and then get hit by a car or something like that. It was just crazy, so anyways, just put your cart away, save them the headache. But anyways, so it was like 8, maybe 9 o'clock at night, and pretty much, not much really goes on that late at night. But my manager really wanted to suck every little bit of work he could out of us, so he pretty much always had us working like loss prevention, or at least me. He had me work loss prevention at night. So there's not a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot of people going in and out, but these 3 guys end up walking in, and let me paint a picture for you. So they're all wearing black cargo shorts, white t-shirts, and they're all bald. It was really weird, so, I'm not the type to say that all white people look alike, but they all kind of looked alike. I wasn't really paying attention to them or anything, but I just happened to notice them walk in. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird, but whatever. So they pretty much walk off, and I don't see them for a couple of minutes. But when I do see them again, one of the dudes now is holding these 2 chainsaws, just loose chainsaws. So the thing about my Home Depot is that we used to like repair chainsaws, and then we would sell them at like a discount rate. So they'd just be chilling in the garden section. They'd just be sitting there. So we'd sell like chainsaws, lawnmowers, leaf blowers, and I guess this one dude was just holding these 2 chainsaws in both hands. And what made it worse was like these 3 dudes, they're just giggling. They're giggling like schoolgirls. So, I'm kind of freaking out inside. I'm kind of black, and they kind of look like skinheads. So, I'm a little weirded out now. So I just go ahead and use my walkie-talkie, and I call our dude named Vic. So Vic was our loss prevention guy. He was our loss prevention specialist, our security guard for say. And I pretty much was like, hey, there's some guys here, and they're just walking around with these chainsaws, so you may want to, keep an eye on that. So Vic's like, yeah, alright. So I pretty much just lock that door, and I leave and go stand by the exit door. So I'm right by self-checkout now. So pretty much these guys end up walking to self-checkout, and they're just still, laughing and all that, pretending to check out. They're like swiping the chainsaws, and then they would like cancel it, swipe the chainsaws again, then cancel it. They're just playing around. But the other 2 dudes, like his goons, they're basically just like fishing through their pockets like, oh, well, I wonder where my wallet is. Like, it's just, very obvious at this point. Like, they're not about to buy these chainsaws. So then there's this other lady that's checking out. I don't remember what she was buying. And pretty much she finishes checking out. And then she basically leaves. And the second she hits the door, I shit you not, the second the automatic doors open, bro with the chainsaws shoots out the door. And then the 2 coneheads that were with him, they just shoot out the door with him, but they're behind him. So I didn't even have time to react to this. But by the time that I flipped my head the other way to look back in the store, I feel like a gush of wind, the earth shakes, and then Vic, our loss prevention guy, shoots out the door like a fucking fighter jet. So let me tell you something about Vic. Vic is not a small man by any accord. He's probably about 6'5", 6'6", 275 pounds to maybe 300 pounds, black, and he is fucking old. He is a fucking fossil. I'm not even kidding when I say this dude was at like late 50s, early 60s. I used to play football, and I have never seen anybody move at that rate of speed, especially not at his size. The parking lot in this Home Depot is freaking huge. So these guys are probably about halfway through it. This is like a football field in length, and they're probably halfway down this field by the time that Vic shot out the door. And Vic is in stride. And he ends up catching up to both these goons and just passing by them. He wasn't even worried about them. He just passes by them and keeps on striding to dude in the middle. And he ends up catching him and lays the boom. Chainsaws go freaking flying like 10, 15 feet in opposite directions. It was freaking crazy. This was almost cartoon-like, just watching it in real time. And basically, dude's on the ground. Vic gets up and picks homie up like yesterday's paper. Grabs him, goes, gets the chainsaws in the other hand. Homie's friends are still running. Like, they're like, nah, we don't want what he's getting. Then Vic pretty much just start walking back towards the store, just carrying this dude and these 2 chainsaws. And I guess whatever Vic said or did to him just, like, pacified him. Because at that point, this dude went just fucking limp, just ragdolled like Skyrim. So anyways, Vic makes it back to the store. We call the police show up. Dude gets arrested. The entire time, his goons are sitting in the McDonald's parking lot across the street just watching this whole event unfold in just shock as if they didn't know what was going to happen. This was a San Antonio summer, so it was hot at night. They put him in the cop car with the windows rolled up. So he's in there pulled with sweat. And it was overall just a wild thing to witness. So anyways, that pretty much was it. It was kind of crazy because Vic got in trouble for that because we weren't allowed to touch people. But I thought he did fucking good. They ended up taking him off of loss prevention too, but I still thought that he was just a soldier out there. So anyways, that's pretty much the whole story. So pretty much the message is, if you're going to steal from Home Depot, at least make sure you have some wheels, or at least park in the same parking lot. I mean, Home Depot was just crazy, so I just have a ton of stories about things that just happened. And this was just one. I thought it was interesting, so anyways.